Okay, so our next recipient is Vin Petroni, who I really got to know only through the organization, and I took the moment, every moment I had, to ask him questions about how he did what he did and what he did, and learn whatever I could from the man. And I want to ask Kevin Walsh to come up and present Vin with his award.
What a great night, huh? It's a tremendous pleasure to be here this evening, and it is even a greater honor to recognize a man who is most deserving of a Lifetime Achievement Award from the Greater Boston Plumbing Contractors Association. A true first ballot Hall of Fame in our industry, Mr. Vincent Petroni. Vin is an unassuming, genuine gentleman. And in his own reserved, tenacious way, he has made an incredible impact on our industry. Vin's story is not a quick read. Some would say it was a slow start, but he is certainly finishing with a crescendo. Over Vin's career, he has risen from behind-the-scenes accountant to a powerhouse of BMW. Vin represents the fourth generation of a family business, Duggan, Inc. Before I continue, I believe it is very important for everybody to understand the basic facts about family business. Only 30% of family businesses survive the first generation to the second generation. 12% survive from the second generation to the third generation, and less than 3% survive from a fourth generation and beyond. I am proud to tell you this evening that Vin is a rock. He is a rock in that the foundation of Duggan, after 130 years of operation, is as solid as St. Peter's. Vin has worked a lifetime. He has been at the helm since the passing of the torch from Ed Duggan. And now he is successfully passing the torch to Len and Karen Manfredo. Len and Karen will represent the fifth generation of the Duggans, an unprecedented feat by all accounts. Vin's story with Duggan, Inc. and the Duggan family begins over 50 years ago. Vin, on a blind date, met the love of his life, Maureen Duggan. Married to Maureen for over 48 years, they lived and raised a family of 4 in Canton, Massachusetts. Ed Duggan was a shrewd businessman, and he knew that if Duggan was going to continue to grow, it was time to have an in-house accountant. Vin was the man. He worked for Ed, Maureen's dad, where he was responsible for accounting and bookkeeping. Vin surrounded himself early on with a strong team. His go-to guys for years, Jim Murray, Paul Harrington, George Olson, and Billy Gardner, were his brothers in arms. As time passed, Vin recognized it was time for a change again. Working closely with Len Manfredo, his son-in-law, and representing a fifth generation, it was time to assemble a team that would carry Duggan well into the future. Rick Dorsey, Steve Hilger, Rick Amon, Kerry McLean, and myself were brought into the Duggan family. This new lineup was assembled, all while never forgetting the name, the family pride, and the mentoring of Ed Duggan. The spirit, sense of duty, and caring for one another is a defining principle in the company today. Duggan has certainly grown over the years, reaching over 500 employees. There are many people in this room that currently work for Duggan or have worked for Duggan in the past. Vin, in your own unassuming, humble way, you have been instrumental in nurturing and cultivating Duggan into the mechanical machine that it is today. It is said that a company is only as good as its people, and nobody understands that better than you. Your stewardship and understanding of this simple ideal have enabled the team at E.M. Duggan to reach well over $200 million a year in revenues, and over $1 billion in sales. Over $1 billion for a family business in the last 5 years is amazing. There are many late nights working on everything from budgets to forecasts, accounts receivable, accounts payable, acquisition, sales, marketing. It never ends. But there was one thing you could always count on. He was there to get the job done. Vin is a leader by example. His work ethic, his caring and compassion for everybody is on full display every day. Vin cares for every employee and their family as well. He is just as happy having a cup of coffee with the guys in the shop as he is reviewing the budget with his executive team. Vin demonstrated his greatest examples of love and compassion to his wife, Maureen. Maureen sadly passed away this year on July 17th, and it has been a tremendous loss to the whole Duggan community. Vin lived his marriage vows in sickness and in health every day of his life, especially the last few years when Maureen was ill. The strong faith, love of God and each other supported him during this trying time. Vin tended to Maureen's every need while juggling his duties at the company. It is difficult to describe the many qualities and attributes of such a fine man in a brief few moments, but I will leave you with a couple of things to think about. E.M. Duggan as a company and Vin Petroni as a man have impacted the lives of so many men, women, and children, and together they have enriched our lives and our families, and for that we are forever grateful. Someday, hopefully in the very distant future, you will be judged at the pearly gates. You will be judged on how you lived your life and how you treated others. And just like tonight, I'm certain you will be on the first team, first ballot All-American, inductee into Life's Hall of Fame. Congratulations, Mr. Petroni.
Well, Kevin, thank you, Kevin, for all those nice words. You wouldn't let me read it beforehand, so you stole most of the things that I was going to say. So I guess that makes it easy for me. I don't have to give a speech. But I do want to thank everybody and just thank Maureen for getting me the family. So Maureen loved Brownie. She would have loved being here. So with that, I'm going to say goodnight. Bye.